Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay.
Welcome to our podcast. We don't generalize, but we speak in general. My name's Bevel.
I'm Gio. Sergio.
I'm Brandon.
And welcome to our podcast.
Cheers.
Oh, that's disgusting. It's actually pretty good.
That's apple.
That was that moonshine.
That was the moonshine?
Yeah. You want to wash it down with more apple?
Why almost tastes like chocolate that dude?
No, it did not taste like chocolate.
I got chocolate. Oh, I'm chewing on a minty gum. That's probably why.
That's interesting.
Apple and mint
Apple
equals chocolate?
Apple, moonshine, and mint equals chocolate.
Sir, I need your taste buds, sir.
Might be a thing.
Everything must taste delicious to you.
Yeah.
Magically.
Probably.
Magically delicious.
Oh, man.
What
Well, we got an interesting one for you guys today. So today, I think first off, we're going to talk about the Grammys.
The Grammys.
The Grammys.
That was a big one.
Big venture. Was it a strive for the Hispanic culture, or were we deprived?
We were deprived. 100%. 100% we were deprived.
There was just too many.
Both.
No.
The performance was amazing.
I mean, the performance was...
Award-wise, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Performance-wise,
I mean,
He won one, right?
he
He
did
won
win.
Latino Artist of the Year, but that...
And then he
And
lost
album.
of the year.
He
right?
lost Album of the Year.
Oh, I thought he won that one.
No, Harry Styles won Album of the
That
Year.
is right.
Makes no sense.
Yup.
Makes no sense. What has Harry Potter... Harry Potter. Harry Potter's great.
He's done a lot.
I
for the
love
culture.
Harry Potter. He's done a lot for the culture. What has Harry Styles done for any culture?
I don't know.
For a brief moment, yes. Is he relevant now?
What did
Absolutely
he
not.
do?
He made a song with somebody.
His first album was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But-
this album, definitely not album of the year.
But what impact has his music had on anybody? All I know is
I
you're
never took the
insecure
time
and
to
I
listen
don't
to his
know
music.
what for.
I mean, so I'm kind of biased when it comes to like Spanish music like that. Bad Bunny hasn't influenced my life.
Here we go again.
He hasn't.
Nah.
Nah,
He hasn't.
I mean,
He's given us a position, a voice. He's the first artist.
He hasn't altered my life, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I can second that. I mean, he hasn't made anything like where I'm like, yeah, because of him, I now live different.
So now, like,
Not you.
but you just said what has he done for
No,
the
I
culture?
said for the
But
culture.
But he hasn't
I
done
said
it for
you.
me. I get it. No, I get it.
Well, no,
For the culture, it's huge. It's amazing.
He's put all Hispanics on the map.
Yeah.
By far.
Regardless of nationality.
You can
By far.
You can find someone from probably every culture. You play Titi Me Pregunto and
They'll know it.
all bop
Yeah.
into that
Oh,
song.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's a given.
His
I'm just talking on a
album.
personal level. I don't have a that connection.
I understand that, but you're right.
100%.
The milestones that he's done for the Hispanic culture, whether it be Dominican, Puerto Rican, Mexican, he's made all of us come together in unison, especially when he's performing. We're all just there vibing out.
Let's talk about how he was able to host a concert in Boston, Massachusetts with no issues. No issues.
That's the one you went to, right?
Yeah. No issues. There was no fighting. There was no nothing. It was a vibe, and it was a killer performance.
and usually, is there like violence that happens in that when they do concerts?
I
or
mean,
something?
let's be real. Hispanics culturally are known when they get together. There's some kind of.
It does get a little rowdy.
That's just I'm about to curse. That's such a bad stereotype.
It is terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's how
It
we're
is,
known.
but
It's kind of true.
I mean, that's why it's so sad.
yeah,
because
bro.
it
when
is
you,
true.
when you get a whole bunch of
Listen,
Spanish together, we're gonna be lit.
history speaks for itself. on that, you know?
But also think about it in a different aspect. Think about how many local bars you can go to and it's a chill vibe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go to a Hispanic local bar, and what's the vibe like?
You always feel like you got nah. You feel like you gotta walk through there with looking over
You
your
always
shoulder.
gotta watch it back.
Somebody,
Walking up.
bro, like think about any time, especially around here. I'm not gonna see where we're from,
Oh yeah.
but around here when we go out to clubs,
Oh yeah.
how many times are there stabbings?
Yeah.
Are there shootings?
Shooting.
And
so crazy.
above all else, who's always involved in those situations?
It's our own people.
It's our own people,
So Bad Bunny, I mean, he's able to get the culture together.
and that's what's so special about him. Because everybody puts the knives down. There's like such a mutual respect for Bad Bunny. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's global.
It's respectable.
It's global.
And he's not only able to get people together, but he's also able to like cross through different things. Like he's in movies.
Right.
Like he's gonna be a Marvel character.
Horrible actor.
Is he?
Horrible actor.
Yeah, I mean,
Horrible actor.
Yo,
He can't be great at everything.
Horrible actor.
hold on, but
Some
Bullet
people
Train
make-
wasn't
It doesn't
really-
count.
It was a horrible movie.
Yeah, but
The movie
It was
sucked.
kind of.
But Bullet Train wasn't really like a movie where your acting skills would have been like judged. Like, oh my god, like when you hear Brad Pitt, it's not like, oh my god, he's a great actor. It's kind of like, all right, what has he done? Because I'm not ever excited for a Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt movie's more of the storyline. It's more
Right.
of the story it tells.
I think one movie. Actually, no, there was I love Fury.
Fury was an awesome
was
movie.
sick. But then you had Benjamin Button disease.
I like
Great
Benjamin
movie.
That was
Button.
World
great movie.
zombie movie World Z.
Oh, World
World
War
Z.
Z. Yeah,
That was
but
one
that
of my
wasn't.
favorites.
Like,
That was,
that's
I didn't
not-
like that one.
That's not like a. I don't think that
It
was
was
a
a-
strive for greatness.
Yeah.
I think
it
it was
was a good
Yeah.
plot.
And then think about the time when it came out. That's when
Yeah.
like apocalypse stuff was like at an all-time high.
That's when like
Those were my
2012, the world was gonna end type thing.
favorites. Yeah. It was.
That's when that type of
I
time
was
came.
let down.
So it was very hot.
He said I was let down. Do you remember? Wait. Do you guys remember 2012? Like
yeah,
how
the movie?
the world was prepared for the
11 years later.
So
Yeah.
is it weird that I believe something happened on 2012?
Wait, what?
What do you mean? But like,
Something
What, bro?
in the world.
What,
Something changed.
Something changed.
Ever since 2012, everything's been different.
you know what it
though.
could have been though? It could have
COVID
been that
too.
everybody watched the movie, the anticipation for the
Ever
world
since
to end
COVID, something's
was gonna
Oh.
was everybody was believing that it was.
I feel like the world
all-time
just.
high. Yeah, and then when the 2012 came
And
and,
it happened.
2012 left, the world probably did also.
You know
like,
what? I
it
feel
was
like
like
it
a
was-
sigh of relief.
Yeah, I feel like it was just a shift.
Yeah, I mean we're still here.
Shift. Either the world stopped moving at the time, or I don't know. Nothing changed.
I know people stopped moving. Everybody was scared.
Yeah, 2012 was a
I
year.
think I
everybody
had
was
the
like
best-
walking on eggshells.
I think I had the best sleep of my life in 2012.
I don't know what I was doing in 2012.
Do you
Right.
guys know
What
what
was
you were?
it?
Do you guys know what you were doing when the quarantine hit?
Oh, yep, I do.
Having my son.
Yeah, you were. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was.
was.
No, you weren't having your son. Your wife was.
Same thing. Tomato.
He said the same thing.
I know I was working overnight at some place.
I got kicked out the hospital.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
I was considered essential personnel, picking up money for people.
Yep.
I don't do that anymore, so don't try robbing me.
Yep.
Yeah. I tried. It didn't work.
Yeah, it was a hot mess. I remember when I seen it on the news, this guy I was talking to who were in the lunch area, he was all like, I was asking him, like, what do you think about that? He was like, oh, it's just some flu. Like nothing's going to happen to it. And little did we know.
It still is
So-
just the flu.
So that February, right before like we knew it was COVID, I was like deadly sick.
I was too.
I remember it was our stepfather's birthday, and they dragged me to the casino, and I was like, I was dying.
Yeah, that was January.
Do you think you had
There
COVID?
was a couple.
I definitely think it was.
I had gotten sick that November before COVID.
It's funny
came
because
about.
I think the girls and my wife did as well, and it lasted for like
A week, yeah.
It was, like,
It was
flu-like
horrible.
symptoms.
And it was all like the COVID symptoms that are
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
And I tested.
COVID
I
was
tested
made
negative
by
for
the government.
everything.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not gonna get into that, but
What was that say again?
COVID was made by
Man,
the
by the
government.
government. It was man-made.
No, we
I ain't getting into that, but
we can't talk about that.
Oh, we can't.
It's on the conditions.
Are you
I
serious?
kid you not.
Yeah.
Run about it. Right at the bottom.
That's not sketchy to you guys at all?
Absolutely.
100%. That's
Thank
why I'm
you.
not
We
getting
can't
into
talk
it.
about that?
No.
But we can. We
We can. We just won't get monetized.
We won't get monetized.
That's so messed up, and that's so sketch, bro.
I mean, we can look more into it, but
Yeah.
I mean, we'll keep it there for
Yeah,
now.
okay,
That's
yeah,
that's
right.
That's
for
that's
another
how that's
day
all
to
we're
touch
gonna bring
on.
up.
Okay, I
that's
respect
that's
it.
a topic we'll retouch in the
Ooh,
future.
because I got
I got things to say. I got things to say.
And listen,
Let me
things.
tell you.
Oh, I'm just not gonna say it.
back to
Back to Bad
I'm not
Bunny.
gonna do it.
yeah.
Back to Bad Bunny and what he's done for the culture.
He's done a lot.
Can he break records if he was to perform for the Super Bowl?
Can he
Will
break-
they ever allow him to perform? For
I
the
don't
Super Bowl?
think they will allow Bad Bunny to perform in the Super Bowl. Here's why. He's so controversial.
Do you think so?
I think he's super
I
controversial.
don't think he's controversial.
I think he's super controversial.
Well, I guess. Well, if you think about it in the sense of him not like really caring about what he does, because he's kind of like trying to involve everybody into his music, his performances, and all that. That's where I don't see it as being controversial.
Do you know how much control they have over the halftime show?
Yeah, bro. It's,
Did you see the documentary that J-Lo brought out about her performance in the halftime show?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it. I mean, that's no help here.
They literally told her the day before, get those cages off.
Actually, yeah, because remember Snoop Dogg, they told him not to wear his flag colors or anything.
When Jay-Z brought all of them out, Snoop Dogg,
and Eminem.
he brought
They put
Eminem,
restrictions
50
on
Cent. Side note, 50 Cent only performed because of Eminem.
Really?
Eminem said, I'm not performing unless I have 50 Cent.
Oh, wow.
That is the only reason why 50 Cent performed.
Yo.
And that I literally just found that out because 50 Cent spoke about it recently.
And one of his little interviews he did?
Yeah, he recently
In his
spoke
interview,
about it.
did he mention that he was using the same tank top from when he was...
You're stupid.
I mean, that was the whole point of it. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Back then, I wanted
his shirt
all
was
the
like
tank
this.
tops.
Bro, what?
His shirt was like this!
Bro, all he had was a box.
Box.
Bro, it was like somebody took a grocery bag and just ripped that bitch up. Yo, slip this on.
I see that.
I ain't gonna lie. Back then, I wanted one.
Bro,
in every color.
Oh my
The
God.
red, blue, and white one. The black, gray, and
2000.
white
You
one.
know what I did? I rocked the gray tank top with a white tank top over it.
Oh, no, you did not.
I did.
Who allowed you out like that?
I did, bro. It was a
out
Florida
there.
thing. I lived in West Palm Beach for like 6 years, and like that was really a thing out there popping.
Oh my god.
Like double tank tops?
Double tank
Well,
tops.
that's equivalent to wearing the double shirts. They used to do that
I
out
used to
here.
do that
They
heavy.
used to
No,
do
no,
a
no, that's
long-
different.
They used to do a long tee with a short tee over
I
it.
did that. I did
I did
that,
that
bro.
heavy.
And did you see how that actually branded out and they started stitching just like
Yeah,
the bottom
making
part
it-
of the
yeah,
t-shirt?
making the bottom
It
part.
wasn't even two t-shirts anymore. It was
It
the
was
bottom
the
part
collar,
of the
it was the
t-shirt,
collar, the
and then
sleeves,
they
and the bottom.
stitched it to the bottom of the shirt.
That's how you do it just for looks the whole time.
I used to do a t-shirt with a jersey over it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fresh though.
Yeah.
That's fresh.
But
What
the double
jersey?
tank top,
What jersey?
don't ask me what jersey. Whatever they gave me. I don't know. You got the wrong one asking that question. So I know nothing about sports. Nothing. Talk about Bad Bunny, I got you. Sports, you don't know anything.
Absolutely.
So, well,
The Super Bowl, right?
Super Bowl.
I don't
Yeah.
think they will allow him to
they would
perform.
at some point if he continues down the path that he's doing now, where he's already iconic, but he's borderline legendary.
But I think the concern that they're gonna have is that Bad Bunny's unpredictable. Bad Bunny will probably tell him he's gonna do something and go on that stage and do something different that they're gonna have no control over.
But he also hasn't done anything that's really that like wrong. Like what is
So, did you guys watch the video of Yo Perreo Sola?
is that the one where he
That's where he's dressed up as a female.
Yes.
There's a reason why he's dressed up as a female. At the time that he did that, there was a lot of killings happening to transgender women in Puerto Rico. At that time, he came out and he said, I'm going to tell them that they need to stop that in Puerto Rico. I'm going to dress like this as a Puerto Rican artist. Because look at Bad Bunny prior to those albums. He was actually a trap artist. He was super hardcore.
He was.
And then he transitioned to this guy that was like flowing in between the trends and controversial topics in his music. So Yo Perreo Sola also came out when around the time allegedly Ozuna sent his people to kill the artist from Holyoke.
Yeah, I remember that.
So his music, though it's
R.I.P.
R.I.P. His music, though it grabs people's attention rhythm-wise, there's actually a lot of meaning behind a lot of his music.
Right.
I don't see that as being controversial, though.
I agree.
I
Because
see
we
that
are
as
people
bringing
of
light.
color. Because we are people of color. When J-Lo did what she did with the cages, to us, I don't think that's controversial. I think she was bringing light to a real problem that Mexicans were locked in cages at the time. So to us, people of color is not controversial because we don't think that's the norm.
So who would it be controversial to?
People that are not of color.
So you're saying like non-minorities?
Non-minorities, definitely. 100%.
But so like I don't understand because Well, I do understand where you're coming from, but I just feel like Gio said it's not really controversial. I think he's shedding light on a situation that needs light to be shed on.
Bring
But-
awareness.
I
But
feel
what
like he's a
happens?
voice.
What happens to people that don't want the light shine on them? Because to us, he's shedding a light on a topic that should be shown. But to other people, they don't want that light to be shined on them because it's actually revealing underlying biases.
Okay,
Yeah, I get that.
I understand.
I don't know, for some reason I feel like he's still not controversial. Again,
That's a great point.
it's a great point, but last halftime show, when they had Dr. Dre, all these guys, their image in rap culture is negative.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also why they started to put restrictions for performers because of.
But
But that's what I mean though. Why, if you allowed so and so to perform, you had all these people that have such a bad history. What's stopping you from having somebody bringing light in a positive manner?
But let me introduce this topic to you because J-Lo mentioned this into her documentary. Why does our people have to share the headline? Because if you look at other halftime shows, it's usually one headline and they invite artists. J-Lo Shakira was not one headline and she invited people. J-Lo and Shakira were both headline artists who had to divide their 13 minutes into 7 minutes each, and they both invited artists to join them. Why?
How many artists have actually done it solo?
Well, none.
No, they all did.
No,
There's
they
artists. There's artists.
Didn't
Justin Timberlake.
No, Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
No,
Janet Jackson.
but Justin Timberlake
yeah,
was the
yeah.
headline. He invited Janet Jackson.
But usually
all right.
that's the argument, that there's a headliner and they invite somebody.
But J-Lo and Shakira promoed were both the headliners of the show.
How can you separate the two?
Why couldn't J-Lo just go there by herself?
How can you separate the two? They're
not-
both mega stars.
But they're not on the same brand.
Do you think?
Because J-Lo is not a reggaeton artist.
No, but do you
J-Lo's
think?
not a Spanish
do you
artist.
think
Why
She
couldn't J-Lo-
technically is.
No,
Do you think maybe
She has multiple
you're leaning
albums in
into it too
Spanish.
much, though?
She has albums in Spanish, but she's not a Spanish artist.
Do you think you're?
That makes no sense.
Huh?
That makes
That does
zero
make
sense. If you have Spanish albums, you are considered a Spanish
No, you're
artist.
not. She's
Even
not a
if you're
Spanish-
making English music,
No,
you're
she's
still
not a
considered
Spanish
a Spanish artist.
Camila Cabello takes out Spanish songs. She's not a Spanish artist.
Don't even know who that is.
Do you think maybe you're reading too much into it though?
Absolutely.
The only reason why I say that though is because, and if you really wanted to get into it, you could say it was sexist. You could be like, all right, well, being that she's a woman, she needed another woman performer with her because she was.
But let's look at the Super Bowl show after. Why did we have to have all those artists out there? And they didn't get a long time.
That's what Jay-Z wanted. He talked to each artist like, listen, I'm going to have you, and you perform. Do y'all agree? Yes? Okay, let's move
But
forward.
why does it have to be like that?
It doesn't, but that's how they wanted it.
Bro,
That's
it's
how
also
Jay-Z
about-
wanted
It's
it.
also about making a statement too. Like it's not always like, all right, the Super Bowl affiliates are the ones that decided to make everybody come out and perform.
But
You gotta understand,
But you
for
have to
s-
watch J-Lo's documentary.
You got-
because
you
she
got-
explains how much pressure they put on them being both headliners.
You're basing the whole Super Bowl thing off of just J-Lo's thing.
Yeah,
Not-
because she
not
was- she was
everybody,
one of-
but not everybody's gonna have that experience.
But I'm basing it off of her because she was the first Latina artist to perform. And she's the only Latino artist. Her and Shakira were the only Latino artists to perform.
yeah, I get
So
that.
she's the
But
only
that's
ba-
why,
she's
and that's
the
why
only
you
basis
have,
that we have.
and that's why you have two headliners.
Why?
They're the only Hispanic artists to perform. And you just said it.
So
She's
why-
not considered a Hispanic
but why do
artist,
they
but
have
she's
to
the first.
have
You just made no sense. You're being hypocritical right
She's a
now.
Hispanic.
I get exactly
She's
what
a
you're saying.
Hispanic.
I get exactly what you're saying because she was a Latin performer that she probably should have had to line up for herself.
Yeah.
But do you think maybe it's actually beneficial because it's not just one performer up there that's actually representing for the Spanish culture. It's also two. We have two people who are women of power and they're Hispanic and they actually made movements for our culture and they just double down on it.
And they
But
draw
why-
in two different crowds.
But here's what I'm trying to raise. Why does it take two Latin artists?
I guess
Why
that's,
does it
you,
take
you,
two?
you
That's
gotta you gotta
definitely-
realize Super Bowl, when it comes to Super Bowl, it's all about how many viewers they're gonna have.
But
Simple
why does
as
it
that.
take- why do they
Commercials
think
play
it
a big
needs
part,
two
too.
How many
Latino
how many
artists to be
people
viewers?
remember football in general is an American sport. Is it not? It's an American sport.
That's
you have to
though.
bring.
That's a good point.
You have to bring the most.
And I'm gonna tell you
You're
why.
That's gonna
defending
bring
my
people up.
argument right there.
No, I'm
You are.
defending the Super Bowl. That's
So
how
why
it
in
is.
American sport we have to have 2 Latin headliners?
How many
And
people?
you are, in
how
a sense,
many
in a sense,
people
though, in a sense,
in
because
America
you're
knows
right.
these artists?
You're right though, because the
That's
Super Bowl halftime show brings in a different audience. That's why
100%.
exactly. So you are right. I get exactly what you're saying. Why do we have to have 2 Latin women out there who's going to bring in a diverse group? And you're also saying, well, Super Bowl is doing that because they want a diverse group. So both of you are have valid points, but you're like clashing because you both are like right.
Let's put it like this.
Oh, here we go.
Let's put it like this. Let's put it like this. Bad Bunny won't have another artist. Why?
I don't think Bad Bunny will make the stage.
No, but if he was on the stage, he would not have another headliner.
I don't think he's gonna get
Why?
to the stage.
He's that much more global than J-Lo and Shakira.
He himself brings in a huge diverse group.
That's all you gotta. It's all about viewers. What's gonna bring you the most viewers?
And if they can get Bad Bunny on there,
But
they're
here's-
gonna try to.
That's all you're gonna need.
Here's what.
After the Grammy performance, it'd be dumb not to try him for next year.
Yeah.
Definitely. But here's the issue, right? Did you guys also know that Rockefeller, who runs the Super Bowl, right? They run the Super Bowl. Jay-Z and his people.
Rockefeller.
What's
They-
the buy?
Brooklyn Nets.
So
Oh, it's like, wow.
Shakira is part of Rockefeller.
Wow.
Did you know that they told Shakira, "Don't you dare be on the same stage as J-Lo when those cages are out there"?
But who said that? Was it in a documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
It was in
documentary?
J-Lo's documentary.
Of course.
And Shakira spoke on it.
I don't know. I feel I don't know. I'm
I guess
I'm
that's,
done with the topic.
that's just kind of like agree to disagree kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because both of you brought up some valid points, bro. Because like honestly, both of you made complete sense. It's just kind of like you guys have different views on
Yep.
something, and that's
Point of
what,
views
that's
of
what
it.
this podcast is about.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
But
I
agree to
just
disagree.
feel like in life, and this is where I ended, it always takes Latins or people of color, not only Latins, we always have to do extra. There always have to be
Of course.
more.
Of course.
There always have to be
That's a
2.
given.
You always have to have more talent than the people than the majorities.
That's a given. But
And
that's
I agree.
the American standard.
But at
That's
this
I
what
think
I'm
we
saying.
can all agree on that.
I get it 100%.
Yeah.
But you gotta think of it as a global thing. So like,
But it shouldn't be
for,
okay.
for instance, like say if you starting a business, right?
Mhm.
You're starting a business. You want the most attraction to your business. How are you gonna do that?
Advertising.
You're gonna find what's the hottest stuff out, or what's gonna bring you the most attention. Having 2 megastars as women in a point in the world where women has like the biggest voice right now, that's gonna bring you the most attention.
With the most
Or
broadcasted
that's
TV events.
that's the way you gotta look at it. America's run as a business. That's literally how it is.
But
I get 100% what you're saying.
let's segue into
We
our
have to
last
work on it.
podcast that we just discussed. Business is ran with systemic oppressions embedded in there. Doesn't mean it's okay. So if America's run like
Yeah.
a business, that means there's
That's
systemic
yeah.
oppressions in there.
And that's also why I said that the term freedom, it's vague in America.
Yeah.
Because it's all
Yeah.
systematic. We're
It-
all
it
oppressed at the end of the day. It's like we are taught to view something because it sounds good. It sounds like that's the life I want to live. And they're saying, well, to get there, you got to work through all these things. That means you have to work your 9 to 5. That means you have to make all your sacrifices to make sure your kids go to school. You have to pay your taxes. Taxes.
All that, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, how you get penalized for not having health insurance? And you know what? From like an outside looking in, all right, they care about the well-being of their people in America. No, it's an extra income.
It's money.
That's why they obligate you to have it. If you don't have it, you get penalized by that.
That's terrible.
It's like you said, we're systematically oppressed.
Yeah, and I think it should be okay.
Shouldn't, but there's no change in that.
Yeah, we can.
But someone
we can-
has to make a change.
We can voice our opinions all day.
It will never
What-
change.
What power do we have? Unless we came to a civil war.
Yep.
That's the only way the government
Yeah.
change. And there's actually no guarantee that it would change.
Yeah, well, there
Who
isn't.
knows that they would actually wind us out. They have the military, they have the resources to make sure that we stay in line.
Unfortunately, that's something that it will be for generations and generations. It'll never change.
But I think the issue, not the issue, but we shouldn't take it like that's okay.
Bro, absolutely.
No, absolutely. I agree. I agree 100%. No, I mean, I feel like you definitely have to be woke to the system.
Yeah.
We are oppressed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no denying that. And it's not just because we're minorities. I mean, yes, we are dealt an even harder hand because of that. But it's also because we are civilians in the United States. And we're taught that being oppressed is the way to freedom.
Seriously, I mean, just look how the system of school is from kindergarten to 12th grade. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're taught all right, 8th grade, you better start thinking what you want to do with your life. 9th grade, all right, am I gonna go to college or not? Some kids are confused. Oh, damn, 12th grade's already hit, and you're not even teaching within these 4 years of high school the real things of life. Like what we have to learn out here. Like, no one taught me how to freaking pay a bill. Like, I remember when I graduated, like, you just go out here and you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But now I know it's a little different, probably the school system. But
I'm
not
recently,
sure.
No, it's worse.
Recently I heard, I read that they're gonna actually start teaching tax stuff in school.
Dude, they should.
They
That's
have
a-
that already.
Make it a.
But to who? Who are they going to teach it to? Because all the kids that they need to teach it to, they're pushing them out of the school districts.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's just going to be like another prerequisite.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But I mean, if it's a prerequisite, then I can
It's
understand
just
every
no
student
point.
seeing it.
Yeah,
Right. Every student will be part of it as a prerequisite. But how? Like, if you're going to go and you have all the credits you need, or now you want to go and knock out your degree, you don't have to go back to your prerequisites. You have the credits you need.
Yeah.
So you know how many people are going to miss out on a tax class, which is actually crucial in life, because how many of us get robbed on a year-to-year basis?
Not knowing taxes.
Bro, I did my taxes. I have no idea what the fuck happened.
Tell me about it. I just did mine the other day, and I
Yeah.
No, dude, don't do TurboTax. They're scamming, and that's a fact.
They scam every year, and guess what? It's free.
and I still do it
No,
every year.
seen
I go to an accountant.
Yeah, I just found one too.
Not-
Like,
Not
I have an
you gotta
appointment
say no
tomorrow.
numbers. Do you feel like you benefit more going through an accountant?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I did my,
Okay.
just a comparison, I did my taxes last year first on TurboTax. I was going to
No numbers.
owe a good amount. And then I went to the accountant and I ended up getting.
Get that.
What?
Because there's tax breaks that are in there
Yeah.
that only accountant knows how to input those numbers and ask those questions. If you don't know about it, you're not going to put them into
The system.
the system. So, like, for example, just a quick example, your house. You make repairs on your house, there's tax breaks for repairs that you make on your house.
Yeah. I knew that, but I don't. So like you said, an accountant knows how to do that. We did TurboTax. I got my roof done.
And you don't need to submit receipts.
I don't know how to.
Oh, it's all guesstimations.
Yeah, you don't need to submit
that makes
receipts.
sense because on TurboTax, they don't break it down like that. They don't tell you like.
It's not even an option.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no like bracket for it.
Just
The
go
only
on.
thing that really pops up on TurboTax is you pay rent. It's not even about mortgage.
No.
It's about if you pay rent.
And in order to get those extra tax breaks, they're asking you to pay.
And if you do put rent, say you put $12,000 a year, $1,000 a month, you're only gaining $50 to $100.
Stop the recording.
Wow, that's fast.
Bro, I love today's podcast.
Yeah.
I love
Press stop or pause.
And
Stop.
back to that texting, I can't compare it.
You said 30 minutes. We're gonna be talking for a full minute before it goes off.
My feelings were
It's
hurt
not gonna be recorded.
in my earlier years watching football, bro.
Okay, bro, I don't want to stop.
29 minutes. Oh. All right. So what were we talking about before it went off?
Taxes. You have 30 seconds to.
We can take out the taxes part and just.
We kind of want to ease into.
So how did we leave off the conversation?
It was so natural, I don't remember. To be honest.
So,
We could plug something in.
all right. How about we do it like this? So we'll just go back and be like,
We're talking about oppression, systemic repression, and that's what it led to taxes. Paying for bills, we're taught to pay bills, trained to go to school, pay
Yeah.
bills, pay
Okay,
taxes.
so
No, we ended off with him, like, owing if he did it through TurboTax.
Right.
That's literally what we branched off to.
so we can be like, well, enough about that.
Yeah, we'll just say enough about taxes. Let's
Just get back to the Super Bowl.
do that.
All right, here we go. All right, enough about the taxes. Let's get back to the Super Bowl. What are your predictions for this Sunday's Super Bowl game? We have two teams that were probably underdogs that nobody really expected to go out there and make it to the Super Bowl in the beginning of the season.
Nope.
So what are we looking at? We got
We got-
Philadelphia Eagles.
Kansas City was counted out once they traded Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, yep, and it was really they were going to test Mahomes and see what he was really about. But I mean, you already seen it before that, man. That man did crazy throws.
He's amazing.
Previous season before that, you know what I'm saying? But
He's a legend in the big.
yeah, and the freaking Eagles too, man. The quarterback for him, like, just quick story about him. All right, so in college, he played for Alabama, correct? And you know, Alabama, if you watch college, it's a real good team. They win championships back to back.
Top team.
He got benched, you know what I'm saying, in the championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got benched. You know, that's super embarrassing. His whole career, he just had, like, I can never say the word. It's like comfort, where people just, like, always try to put him down that he was too small or, like, he couldn't throw the ball good enough. And
It
it's
was
just,
like minimized.
yeah, you get almost like that, you know what I'm saying? And now just to see that he made it to the Super Bowl, his story's great, man. Because, like I said, I followed him since he played high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And his story is just amazing.
So,
that-
I mean, this Super Bowl is a testimony of underdogs coming out.
Exactly.
Even-
it really is, man.
Even,
Just,
even last year alone,
yep.
Jalen Hurts was counted out
Yep.
as not being a franchise quarterback.
Quarterback, yep.
You
Look
know?
at the biggest underdog of them all, Tom Brady. He was a third string quarterback when he first came
Yep,
into the league.
exactly. Now look at him going down with his one
Side
of the
note.
greatest.
This is their first Super Bowl. Both quarterbacks are African American.
African American, yep, that is true.
Really?
For the
First time-
culture.
First time,
No way.
first time in NFL
Yeah.
history.
And
I have not.
Both
years.
QBs.
How
50
have
some
I
years.
not heard of that? I feel like that should be broadcasted more.
First,
It is. I mean,
first time.
And then we have a African American halftime show,
Yeah.
right?
Rihanna. But
yep.
this Super Bowl is gonna make numbers.
Which
Yeah,
is
I
kind
guess.
of crazy to me. I mean, she just started performing.
Everybody was waiting for her to see it. You know
She
how
looked
long we
like
were
one.
waiting?
You can't miss with Riri. Come on.
We can't mess with
You
Riri.
can't mess with Riri.
I love Riri.
Chris Brown did.
Oh!
Yeah.
Can we please leave her new song in Black Panther though?
Why? Because it's been
I
publicized
don't
so
want to
much.
hear that at the halftime show.
It's yeah.
I will shut
it's
it
too
off.
downing.
It's
for it to be a
gonna
performance.
open the halftime show.
No,
Watch.
I will shut it off.
Why? I've never heard it.
I can see it doing that
It will.
opening and then
Lift
she
me
Oh,
up.
and then she
Yeah,
lifts
you
it
want
up.
to lift
Yeah.
everybody up. I
She's
get it.
even gonna open up with
It's
that.
gonna make me shut it off.
Yeah,
Or go to sleep. Either one.
She's gonna either open up with that or Umbrella.
If you open up with Umbrella, you're setting the bar way too high to continue.
Oh yeah, because
I mean,
a lot
but
of
like,
this new
she doesn't have a
generation.
lot of songs.
But think about
where,
it.
like,
She's so like.
what was it? Whips and Chains. That was
She's so like big. But if you really think about it, she doesn't have a huge music catalog. Think about it.
A lot of her songs that actually hit.
She
are like downing. I mean, look at what is it? Is it Roulette?
something like
It's
that.
about suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
And
you
then
think-
she has unfaithful.
Unfaithful.
Kills me
Oh, yeah.
inside.
If you really think about it, she has
Well, she's an R&B
10
artist,
songs?
right?
Pop culture.
pop, I guess. But prediction for the who you have winning?
Winning. That's tough, man. Because I've been a Chiefs fan before. I mean, I've always liked the Chiefs, but the Eagles,
They different.
they different this year,
Different this
man.
year.
And I just know, but Mahomes, bro, he's a fighter, bro. He's not gonna go out like no punk.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Mahomes is different.
Defense is gonna win this game.
Yep.
Offense is gonna do their thing.
Yep.
Both of them got great offense.
Offenses.
Another side note. The Eagles, 10 of their 11 starters were drafted by the Eagles. 10 of their 11 starters.
That's crazy. So they knew exactly what they wanted. That's almost unheard of.
Kansas City has 5, I
Yep.
believe, starters that they drafted.
That's crazy.
10 of the 11 starters.
I got my money on the Eagles now.
I got my money on the Eagles.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah,
I got money on Philly.
Watch the
I think it's
Chiefs
going to
come
be
in
a
and
high
win.
scoring game.
Yeah, it's going. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a 30-plus game.
Yo, Mahomes gonna bomb that thing.
Like for a winning team or each.
Each like
I
there's
think
gonna
You
be
think it's
points.
gonna come down to a
It's gonna be
touchdown
entertaining.
or a field goal,
I-
or it's gonna be a bigger gap?
No, I think it's going to be that close.
What, touchdown field goal?
All right, we got it on camera.
I think it's going to be by a score.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we got it on camera. What's your score? And I'll tell you my score. This is gonna be crazy.
I'm just excited for the commercials.
Or just all of us give our scores, whatever. What you guys predict? Just give a random number. Sorry, just random.
38-31.
All right, I'll do.
Philly.
I don't know. I'm feeling 27. 31 Philly and 27 Chiefs. I don't know why.
That's a great number.
Yeah, that number just came to my head.
That's a great number.
27-31.
You felt that?
Yeah, for some reason.
You
I
look
feel
like you felt
Give me a
it.
number.
Yeah, that I don't have any numbers.
anything, dude. Just whatever you think.
Whatsoever.
Think of a number.
It might hit.
First two
man.
numbers that come to your head.
21-28.
21-28.
That's a great. That's great.
That's a
great
good
odds,
number.
yo. Philly. That's great odds.
Philly, okay, 28. Because there's this betting, sites and apps that you can bet on. You know what I'm saying? You can put like a couple dollars in, you can come out winning $1,000 if you predict correct. You can come out with some
I have
good
my
money.
prediction. It's gonna be 25-28. They're gonna win based off of a kick.
Field goal.
Field goal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know what
it's
it's called, so I said kick.
Remember these? Yo, it's gonna be nuts. Bro.
I was
Watch
like,
them hit
is
it.
it a field goal? Is it a penalty kick? What is it?
A field goal. We got you, man.
This ain't soccer.
We're gonna get you
Yo, Serge, you're funny as fuck, bro.
Wrong football, bro. Wrong football.
It's still football.
Oh, another side note. First Super Bowl, two brothers are playing in on opposite teams.
Opposite team.
Kelsey brothers.
Yep, Kelsey brothers center for the Eagles and the tight
Tied
end
in
for
for
the
the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Oh wow.
First mother to have two kids playing.
And she is the cutest.
That's literally the headline.
That's about to be a movie in the future.
Yeah, it should
Yeah,
be.
it should be.
It's
It's
gonna be-
amazing because the way she has a jersey
She's so
that
cute.
is
Split.
one in the front
Oh, that's cute.
and the other one in the back. It is amazing.
Yeah, I'm just saying. If I'm in anything in competition with you, my mom's having all me.
I mean, sure.
Just saying.
That's fucked up.
I mean,
It's a little.
technically, yeah, she's having all of you because I'm not all of me anymore.
I
For
didn't
another
even
podcast. For another podcast.
Did it to yourself.
All of me.
Besides Super Bowl, let's keep talking about football.
Well, going off topic a little bit because when you mentioned brothers having to go against each other, a little off topic, but one of my favorite movies is Warrior.
Oh, amazing movie.
With Tom Hardy, and I forgot the other guy's name. Respectfully, my apologies. But these are two guys who both of them are in some kind of financial situation. One fighting for a family, one fighting for his own family. And they both have to meet in the octagon, and the winner decides where the purse goes. That was one of the most intense and emotional roller coaster of a movie that I love. One of my all-time favorite movies.
Just reminded me of Gladiator.
That did
Same thing.
Gladiator.
Same thing happened in Gladiator. Brothers fought at the end. He had to kill his own brother
Oh wow, bro!
because he found out his brother killed his dad.
I forgot about that Warrior movie.
Great movie.
Yeah,
You know what's a really good movie?
if you say Harry Potter.
I gotta think of another movie now. Rocky is a good movie.
I would say one of my all-time.
I was gonna say
favorite-
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I would say the 300.
300. Oh
I-
God,
absolutely.
Spartans,
Dude,
bro.
that was just my favorite.
Russell Crowe is so
I only.
underrated.
Listen,
Come on, man.
when I
Gerard
think of
Butler, you know how much conditioning he had to go through.
Oh.
for that
Dude, he
movie?
looked so ripped, dude.
Bro,
He looked
and
crazy.
That
looking.
was a period in life where every man was like, I need a fucking six pack.
Yeah, I need a six-pack.
when I think of 300, I think of the movie that was
Parody.
the
The
parody.
parody
Oh
of
my
oh
God,
my
so disrespect. The second movie should have been the fucking parody. It was terrible.
Oh, the second
Oh
one was
my
horrible.
yeah,
my
it
God.
was.
They're talking about making another one.
Is it gonna be
They gotta
900?
they gotta bring it back to 300.
Because it's the third movie.
This guy, bro. Did you know the scene where he's like, "This is Sparta," and he makes a kick? Did you know that was him like just kind of being like very hysterical?
Really?
Because people weren't like he wasn't really feeling his performance. Because before he was like, "This is Sparta," I need to kick him. So he got to the point where he was like, "I think I know what I want to do." He was like, "Just film this." So he goes, "This is Sparta," and he kicks, and the whole cast started laughing at him because of that. And I guess it was just more of a joke at the moment that ended up being the final cut.
Oh wow.
You know what's crazy?
That's
happened.
terrible to do him like that.
But that happens a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
For instance,
With actors.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Will Smith part where everybody knows it with him and Uncle Phil
Yeah, with his about his father.
about his father. That wasn't scripted.
That was real.
That was real emotion, and they was just happened to be filming,
That's crazy.
and that's what made the cut. But yeah, that wasn't like written or nothing. That was just raw emotion. It's crazy.
And what's crazy is that like that just shows his acting skills because his father was in his life, right?
No,
Will Smith's father.
Not in
Not in the show. I'm talking about real life.
Yeah. That's just like raw emotion. That shit is just.
But
amazing.
it's just crazy how much like what kind of emotion an actor can actually bring up. Like, bro, you know what kind of like mental place you have to be in where you're just like, all right, I can draw on this emotion when I want to, this emotion when I want to. Like, how many actors do you know play the same role over and over again? And like, if you were to put them in an emotional role, they probably wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could think of one right off the top of my head. The Rock isn't really diverse of an actor. He kind of sticks to the same roles. I've seen him play. He either does a great action comedy, an action sequence, or just a comedy. But most of his films are action comedy.
You know what?
Kristen Stewart can.
I'm gonna draw a lot of
Character.
controversy
What's
here.
this?
Denzel Washington is the same thing.
Bro, you're out.
No, dude, no.
Denzel
I
Washington.
got one
He's
movie
not.
right off the rip, bro.
But if you look at all his roles,
No,
they're almost all the same.
no, they're not.
No, they really are.
He's so diverse.
Really think
Did
about
you ever
it.
watch Bone Collector?
Really
That was
think
one of my
about
favorites.
Denzel Washington's roles. They're almost all the same. He's an amazing actor. They're almost all the same roles.
I can list like 5 movies right
That's
now.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well,
Man
let's
on
get to it.
Think about it.
John Q. Man on Fire.
Was good.
What's the other one?
You got Training
I just
Day.
said it.
Training Day.
American, like they're all
American
almost
Gangster.
the same.
Yep.
But you can say the same thing about Idris Elba.
Fences.
Yeah, they're all almost the same thing with Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Absolutely.
Great
but
actor.
you see what I mean?
Great actor, yeah, but he actually has.
He has some diversity.
Does he?
Yeah.
But if you really look at Denzel Washington catalog, he's an amazing actor. He's one of my top 5. But all his roles are almost the same.
Well, that's why there's
But you know-
categories.
Now
to
you have,
actors.
but no, not really, because if you have Will Smith, he's everywhere. He can literally do any movie.
Well, Will Smith is a special breed.
But you also.
Yeah.
Because
he
Kevin,
is. He is.
He's
Kevin Hart, though he like tries to go into different genres, he's always a comedic in all his genres.
But the one movie that
Fatherhood.
he did, yes. Oh my.
Let me
God.
tell you
That was-
something.
I ain't gonna lie.
That movie made me cry. And it made me cry, and it changed my view on a few things. Not gonna talk about it.
But
it
back to
changed my
what we
view
were going to
on-
talk about Denzel Washington. Yes, he is. For the most part, I can see what you're saying. Most of his films are the same character, but he is still diversified.
I agree, 100%.
And the reason why Denzel Washington is such a respected actor isn't just because of his acting skills, it's because of the people he portrays in his movies. He had Malcolm X, American Gangster. He's done movies
Cultural.
exactly that show the culture behind minorities.
Yeah.
And he's the one that can do it.
Yeah, bro. Like, how many
There's
people?
only 2 that I would allow to do it. It's him and Will Smith.
Yeah,
And the reason why I say Will Smith, because he did. Actually, I changed my. I'm gonna add another one. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx is a great
The
actor.
way he did Ray was. I don't think anybody else could have played that role better than him.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't see Ray.
But I don't think anybody else could have played that role better than him. To be honest. But
He said Ray. I was
You know,
R.I.P.
You know, Ray.
I already know who you're gonna say.
R.I.P.
I already know who you're gonna
But
say.
he.
Nobody's touching him.
I don't think anybody can.
Only Chadwick.
Chad.
Who?
Black Panther.
Black Panther,
Bro,
yeah.
think about how diversified he is. He did Jackie Robinson. He did 21 Bridges.
Yeah, you're right.
He did Black Panther. And not only is he taking the role, but he not only the accent that he had to come up with,
Accent,
and
yeah.
how much was how deep was it when he actually held on to the accent and still was able to make it it was so impactful into the culture.
And let's take it one step further. Battling cancer. in
That
silence.
was my point. Like doing all that, he filmed 21 Bridges, literally going through chemo,
And no one knew.
It's crazy.
and nobody knew. Which
And
is
he's an
just-
actor. Like, he's famous,
It's
so people are
just
following him.
mind-boggling how he can do that. Like,
Bro, it
And
is crazy.
It's
He's
amazing
so
that he was able to move in and out of treatment without no one finding out.
Jackie Robinson movie became one of my all-time favorite sports movies, and I'm a big sports guy, and that movie came to the top of my list.
Do you mind if I say something? I hope you don't mind it. But when you went through your situation, one memory that I have is when I went to go see you in the hospital. in the movie that you have playing with Jackie Robinson. And I don't know why, but that moment will forever stick with me. I don't know if it was because that was the first time I saw you, and that's what I can connect to it right away. But I will never forget that was the movie you were watching.
Yeah, that movie. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend watching it. It doesn't only bring light to sports, but it brings light to what we touched on previously. The amount of stuff that minorities had to go through at that stage in life was second to none. It was incredible the stuff that he had to face and overcome just to be the Jackie Robinson that we know now. It is absolutely crazy.
Bro, a lot of these actors, like method actors, like I really find it hard to pretend to be someone else. But a lot of these method actors don't see it as pretending. They actually become.
They become their own. Didn't we have the Joker, right?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. He committed suicide because he got too involved in the role.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And suicide is real.
My personal opinion, there will never be another Heath Ledger Joker ever.
No.
Who can know?
Ever.
Bro, his performance was like
legendary.
He fit it. Like, it was just.
Oh, it was him. It was his.
It was him.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like underlying mental health that he was able to portray in light.
And you know what's crazy is that you can bring awareness even though you're playing someone who's completely out of it.
Which is crazy because as a normal civilian, you wouldn't know what he's going through. You would think he's acting, and in all reality, he's telling you what he's going through.
That's crazy.
Which is so crazy.
And you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
You would just
Look so crazy.
Robin Williams. Like, comedian. Made everybody laugh. But inside he was dying.
And I know statistically they say people who are always striving to make someone else laugh are going through it the worst. You know what I mean? So, bring awareness to suicide. It's a real thing. If you know somebody who's in trouble, reach out. Just be there for one another because life's too short.
Absolutely.
And don't be scared to contact your local hotlines either to support someone that you know. Because it's real and it attacks at any moment.
Absolutely. I mean, we're taking it back to actors and all that. We have a lot of actors who probably, like you said, play the same role, but we have a lot of actors who are able to play different roles. I feel like, yes, they are recognized, but I don't feel like they're rewarded enough for their strives. And so, like, two people that come to my mind right away is Johnny Depp, because he's played a tremendous amount of roles, and it's always a different character, and he always brings a different light to each character. And the other one is Leonardo DiCaprio.
I was just about to say he don't
Just
get
won a
enough
Grammy.
He hasn't got.
He won a
Did he
Grammy.
win a Grammy?
He won
an Oscar.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally.
For
Like, how
Revenant, right? It was
Yeah,
because of
Revenant.
Revenant.
Yep, it was a
He
few years
made
ago.
Wall Street.
But like,
he had Titanic.
everybody knows
He should have
Titanic.
won. He should have won off of Wall Street.
dude.
No,
That was
he
just
should have
like-
won from Titanic.
He should've
Everybody
won-
knows Titanic.
He should have won for Titanic, Romeo and Juliet,
Oh!
Wolf of Wall Street,
Romeo and Juliet.
Revenant. He did.
I forgot about
Bro.
Romeo and Juliet. Holy
And what's
crap.
that
He
movie?
has a lot
What's
more.
bugging?
Oh, where he plays a special needs kid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like what's bugging something.
Yeah.
Gilbert,
You know
was
which
it?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Gilbert
so.
Grape, right?
Yeah, I think
What's
so.
bugging?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on.
Nah, he's an amazing. You know another actor who don't get enough recognition? Russell Crowe.
Russell, bro, absolutely.
He don't get enough recognition.
Is that
Which one's that one?
Gladiator?
Yeah, Noah's Ark.
Oh,
Noah.
they
Have you
cast
seen?
away.
Have you?
That's him?
Tom Hanks.
Oh, I
Tom
didn't
Hanks.
know that was his name.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
recognized.
Have you seen Unhinged? Has anybody seen?
It sounds
Unhinged?
familiar. If you, what's
It's
it
a
about?
new Russell Crowe movie. It came out last year,
I heard
but it's
that.
about road rage. Phenomenal movie.
Oh, Road Rage.
Nobody talks about it.
I've never
I
heard of
kind
Like,
of want to watch it now.
Absolute, like the movie has you like this on the edge of your seat. It's crazy.
You know,
Great
who's,
movie.
you know who's another another underrated actor is this one's gonna be controversial or difference of opinion, but I think Shia LaBeouf is an amazing actor.
I think he's great.
I think he is like he should be. I mean, I understand he has his own mental issues that he's going through, but again, that's something that everybody goes through. He's just going through it a little bit worse. But you cannot take away from his performance on screen.
Can I? Am I the only one that agrees that Mark Wahlberg ruined Transformers?
I have a hard time.
I have a hard time with any movie that changes.
I feel like Shia LaBeouf.
Exactly.
That-
I took the words right out of my mouth.
That role was just his.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bringing Mark Wahlberg's great. Don't get it wrong. I
But-
like some of his movies. But I
He's
feel
great. I like only two of his
I feel
movies.
like
Ted. Fuck the teddy bear.
10 was great.
One more 10.
My favorite, actually, my favorite,
Fuck you.
my favorite Mark Wahlberg movie would have to be Patriots Day.
Ooh.
What about Invincible?
Invincible.
Oh, that was
Great
what I was
movie.
about to say.
Great
Wide
movie.
receiver.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
dude,
movie.
that was
Invincible,
my
great
favorite.
movie.
That was my
Great
favorite.
movie. Based on true story.
I don't.
But Patriots Day. Boston Marathon.
What is it?
The Boston Marathon.
Oh, that's where he was a cop, right?
Amazing.
I never took the time to watch that.
How can you forget about Four Brothers?
Yep. Oh yeah, Four
Can't forget
Brothers.
about
Four Brothers is
That's
top tier.
OG. Yep, that's what started. Yep.
I just struggle
You
with
know,
Shia LaBeouf.
no, you know the actor that makes me cringe in a lot of movies is Tyrese.
Tyrese Gibson.
Tyrese.
He makes me cringe a lot.
Now
I don't
we
know,
sit
he's
back and
funny.
watch it.
He's funny. He's just
funny,
cheesy.
Yeah.
He's corny.
His jokes are corny as
Yeah,
hell.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
It's
corny.
It's cheesy.
Going back to Mark Wahlberg though, you know what's one of his worst movies, but one of my favorite movies of his. It's a Two Big Hit.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Big Hit was my that was my movie.
I love that movie. I don't know because it's like nostalgic for
what's
me.
the other dude's name? The one that played with him. I don't know.
The Hispanic dude.
I don't know if he's Hispanic or Asian.
Yeah, I think he's the guy that played the La Bamba.
Yeah. I don't know. But he played a good role in that too.
Yeah, he did, bro. Yeah,
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Big Hit. I'm surprised. That was a great movie.
Yeah, not a lot of people know. Well, they know about it, but forgot about it.
He had the body in the trash bag. He was hauling it around. His arsenal was crazy.
Bro, he was loaded up.
His arsenal
Right
was
behind his tooth.
His arsenal was nuts.
Right in his garage.
Great
and
movie.
he had a Camaro.
Great movie.
Going back to Shia LaBeouf, I struggle with him
Ooh, what's this?
Why?
because of
What role?
his portrayal in the video, the music video. Chandelier with Sia.
What was
Is
it?
it Sia?
Yeah, I remember the Chandelier song and him being in it, but what was
I don't know.
It's just like how close he was with dancing with a minor. I struggle with that.
But that's not him. That's choreographed.
I know, I just struggle with it, and it just portrayed a weird image.
What's your favorite all-time Shia LaBeouf movie?
Oh wow, you put me on the spot. I don't even have an answer to this.
Transformers. That's all I know.
I don't
mean,
know.
another-
Eagle Eye is right there with me.
Oh,
Eagle Eye's a great movie.
Disturbia.
That's one of my favorite movies. Disturbia, Fury.
Fury's another one.
Again, we're going
He
back
just
to-
didn't he recently do
He did.
movie?
Yeah, he did two. He did one where he played his father, which was I forgot what that was called. And he did another one. I think it was called Peanut Butter or something.
I haven't
Was
saw
he
his
in Disney?
movies.
Yeah, he used to play.
Is
He
he
used to
even-
Hose.
Even Stevens.
He's even Stevens, right?
Hose.
And he did
Hose.
Hose is a top 5
Even
movie.
Even Steven is my favorite.
Even Stevens is great.
It's my favorite
Great show.
episode is when he's the bed.
I
When he's laying in the bed trying.
like the movie, the camping. Well, I mean, when they
Go to Island.
when they were on the island,
Yeah.
that was great.
The reality show.
Yeah, the reality. That was great.
Bro, I
Okay,
watched
now I
it
know what we're
recently,
talking
it was so
about.
great.
You don't know even Steven?
But it's still nostalgic.
Everything that
Yeah,
we watch
that's
is
what I
better
don't
than
know, but I didn't know what they were talking about. Shia LaBeouf.
Side note, greatest cartoon of all time is Rocket Power.
Oh my God, we've had this conversation.
Oh, 100%.
Bro, Rocket Power all time.
Greatest cartoon. Greatest.
I would say Dexter.
On Nickelodeon.
Dexter's good.
On
But that's
Dexter's
cartoon.
Laboratory.
I'm watching Rocket Power way before I watch Dexter.
For real, Rock Band was that shit.
Absolutely.
I like
think
Rock
Rocket Power.
Band.
I can't. No, I'm saying I'm personally watching Rocket Power
Oh, you talking about now?
instead of Dexter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because me hearing dee I'm gonna get tired of that shit.
I don't know. Because Rugrats.
That goes back to like nostalgia. It's nostalgic.
If you watch Rugrats right now, you're gonna be like,
I love
Yeah.
Rugrats.
they're trying to remake it again, guys.
And the Rugrats go to Paris.
That was my shit when I was a kid.
The orange cassette.
Yeah, the orange.
That's how you knew that was Rugrats. That's how you knew it was Rugrats.
Yo, that's funny as hell, bro.
You go crazy looking for that orange sleeve.
Oh, man.
Yo,
I got mad when you opened the case and there was a Barney video.
No, I used to get
That's
mad.
why Barney
No,
had
I
it.
used to get mad when I opened it and
It was a rewind.
it wasn't rewind.
Yo,
Yo,
yo.
You had a
love,
click.
for the love of all them who went through it. VHS was a struggle.
it was.
And if you didn't have a rewinder,
Oh, you had the rewinder?
Bro, I get like a quarter so I go.
And without getting too explicit, like when you found that video that had that one nice scene in it,
Yeah.
and when you go back to play it, it starts glitching over there.
Yeah, and it never goes back to
It's been rewound so much.
that one part of the tape is.
Damn, I can't believe
Can I tell you guys a quick story of my mom?
Yeah, of course.
She told us when she was young, she used to watch salsa on rewind. My grandmother got so upset that she used to watch the movie and say the words word by word that my grandma came out and pulled all the film. She pulled all the film off
No
the VHS,
way.
yeah.
Another thing about mom, she watched Grease so much she could watch it on mute and say the entire movie.
I think my parents probably could too.
And say the entire movie.
Do you guys remember?
Listen, I watch that movie now and I cringe.
Do you guys remember when we used to play music really loud and try to record the music for our ringback tones?
Yeah, I do remember that.
How'd you get a towel and shit?
I remember when we used to do that.
Yeah, my ringback tones was always A1.
And when you go back to the phone, it's so loud you can barely understand. It's like, leave a message.
Those were the days. Man.
Or call me after 7? Because our minutes were free after 7.
Yes!
Everybody was calling me after 7.
Call me after 7.
I forgot about
The
that.
3-ways.
That's when I had my razor.
I
I had a razor and a sidekick.
The sidekick?
I had a razor and a sidekick.
I never got a sidekick.
You never had Did you
I
ever?
had
I had two.
No,
I had the white one
I was-
and
Did
the
you ever
black
play the game?
No.
Yo, with the
The
ball?
ball
Yeah,
game.
that was fire.
Yo, that
I
game was-
always want. I'm about to get one. Just
Yo, I had a Nokia.
I lost that shit to snow and
I
it still survived.
I had a Nokia that you pressed
The button.
You pressed a button and it flipped open. The speaker on that phone was so loud. You can hear that down the street. It was so loud. We lost it for a day.
In the snow.
In the snow.
And it still survived.
When the snow melt, that's when we found it.
Oh,
And it was
shit.
still working.
Did you guys ever play Snake?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
on
That
the
was on
phone, though?
Nokia.
Yeah, on Nokia.
Did you know that you could play Snake on
Stink?
Snake?
Snake.
You can play Snake on YouTube with your keyboard.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Keyboard.
On YouTube?
Yeah, you know when you
shit.
get that little loading?
Yeah.
If you was to press one of the
Oh
arrows.
shit.
Sure.
Oh,
I don't know if you can do it now, but back then you can.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm about to look that up.
Yeah, you
Bro,
can
that's
press one of the
wild.
arrow keys while it's loaded, it turns into Snake. Yeah.
What is your biggest memory from your like the most impactful memory you have from your past?
Well, my dad told me he was proud of me for the first time.
Oh.
And this was because
experience.
come on, why you gotta down my
Right.
I don't want to tell it no more.
Tell us
I don't want to tell it no more.
No, we need that. We need the happiness. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean it's really not that happy. So honestly, look. So this is the first time my dad ever told me he was proud of me. I was just in the bathroom in school, and it's not because I found out I had a big schmeat. It was no little meat over here. So it was because I was using the bathroom and a bunch of kids came into the bathroom. There was 4 of them. It was Hispanics. They were from bilingual class. I don't know what happened. All I know is I was taking a piss. They started talking shit in Spanish. They started getting in my face, and I hit the first one. Boom. And I just got into a scuffle with all 4 of them, and I never went down. So my dad told me he was proud of me for standing my ground. Didn't matter if I won or lost. It was just the fact that I didn't go down and I stood toe to toe with like 4 dudes in the bathroom. And that was, honestly, it was like 3rd grade.
Talking about that. No. Back when we was kids, our parents always told us, if you lose when we come home, I'm whooping your ass again.
Yes, again. We don't condone violence.
We don't condone that, but
We're a new generation.
that's how we was brought
It
up.
was a different time in life.
That's how we was brought up.
Yo, I
So
remember,
we made it a mission to never lose.
That means there was a minute of it that wasn't even recorded.
that
That time, the whole spiel wasn't even recorded.
yo, it's so natural now.
It is. I told you. You need to
I'm
speak
trying,
up more.
but-
When can we get to Tom Riggs?
Bro, first of all, y'all talking about somebody I had no clue y'all were talking about.
It's life experiences.
No, I'm talking about the whole movie thing. That whole time, I don't even know what y'all were talking about. So I couldn't even talk about
You can't
it.
smoke no more.
And it's not that. I just didn't know who y'all were talking about.
You don't know who Shia LaBeouf is?
No.
You should
Yes, you do. We've talked about him in the gym.
Are you talking about the guy who played in Transformers?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a couple guys in my head. That's the thing. I'm not good with names.
It's the first one. Remember the guy that drove the yellow Camaro?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Shia LaBeouf. The one that was in school trying to sell his grandfather glasses.
Okay, and And now, like, in the real life, isn't that the same guy that they're trying to say that he's crazy or some shit?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Okay, that's who I was fucking
Yeah.
thinking. Yes, him, dude. I fucking love him.
So should we?
I didn't know he was
Should we
36.
keep recording or should we call it?
I think we should. I think it's too long. I don't think people are gonna stay there and watch another 20
Bro,
minutes.
This was entertaining the whole way through.
It was good.
When I think about the first one and the way we are now, I would watch this episode every time.
Okay.
But we do have to go back and do a closing.
Let's go back.
We definitely. So how about
Because
this? How about this?
Stop that, bro.
It's
Stop
already
it.
not. Oh yes, sir.
So how about this? How about where did we just leave off?
After we finish recording and getting that onto the computer, what I do is I just clear the SD card, and then we'll just reuse the SD card.
Perfect. When we get our new system, we won't do the SD card anymore.
I just can't wait for that, bro. Alright, ready?
Yep.
Alright, but enough about that. Let's go back to the topic at hand, and that's about the Super Bowl. And one of the greatest of all time to do it, Mr. Tom Brady's going into retirement. Let me get your thoughts on that.
I have a quick question.
Do you
before you
think
guys
it's
talk. Quick question. That's what I was gonna ask.
What
Do
is
you
that?
think it's permanent?
Do you think it's permanent?
It needs to be.
Does
I
it?
think it.
Yes.
I have a feeling it is. But can you really
He's got
can you really make that concrete though?
Yes.
I mean, he retired last year and came back for the whole season.
That's my point.
And then Michael Phelps retired from swimming and he came back
I mean,
quickly.
it's definitely hard for people, for athletes, to give it up, especially when they feel like they still have a lot more to
Only
take.
thing you know.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he has to move on. He's done.
Everything.
He's done everything. He's left his mark on the sport. He'll forever be remembered.
Legit holds every record a quarterback can hold.
Right now, he set the standard.
Yeah.
Hats off to him.
Do you have another quarterback? I don't know sports. I'm asking. Is there another quarterback that you think is capable to reaching his caliber right now?
If Mahomes stays healthy, yes.
Mahomes puts up
What
crazy
team?
numbers.
Kansas City.
Yep.
Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Yep.
If keyword,
If he stays,
if he stays healthy, he's battling ankle injuries now.
knee injuries,
Knee
ankle, all
and
that.
leg injuries. If he can stay healthy, I don't see why not.
Honestly, I see Mahomes kind of like Eli. I don't really see him. I don't feel like he's on like Peyton status or Tom status. I feel like he's more Eli.
I actually put him above Eli.
Yeah, way above Eli. I put him above.
I actually put him
lot
above
of
a
people.
lot of quarterbacks, believe it or not.
He
I think
made
Just
up the
because,
side
like,
throw.
just because of his like some of the stuff he does is, I don't think people realize how difficult it is.
Like, he brought the whole throw the ball sidearm. He's looking over
Looking
here,
this way,
throwing the ball
yeah,
like
it's-
50
it's
yards.
bro,
incredible.
just
What a
Like,
flick like this, and he's looking this way.
His-
And right in the hands, like, how do you do that?
his field awareness, like it's probably
He brought
second to
that.
none right now.
He's a smart player.
Is
He
he
is.
a newer player or he's been playing?
Oh, he's been playing.
He's fourth year.
Yeah.
Something
Fourth
like
year
that.
going on
Yeah.
fifth
No,
year.
probably
fifth
6
year.
years. 6 years.
Wasn't his first year that
He's
he
been
made a
for
Super Bowl
years.
appearance?
Second year.
Second year. of his
What's
He's
his
got 2 Super Bowls.
And I'm asking. Sorry,
No,
I'm
but this
asking a
one,
question.
yeah.
What is like the span of a player usually?
For a quarterback,
Depends on when like they get out of like when they get drafted.
It depends on, like, everyone's tearing the ACL. Like, you notice that?
quarterback.
All the new quarterbacks.
Last
ACL.
10 years, quarterbacks haven't lasted longer than 5-6 years.
5,
How long
6
has Tom
years.
Brady been in the game?
Oh my god. 20 plus, right?
20 years.
20,
plus
yeah,
years.
20 some years. And that's
Longevity
why
is a key, man.
he's done because
Then again,
that
he stood in the pocket,
Yep.
never ran.
Mm.
So that eliminates injury factors.
He
right there.
was just a smart.
Yeah.
How many
Literally,
Super
Phil
Bowls have
General.
he won?
Huh?
How many Super Bowls have he won?
7,
He's Michael
Number
Jordan,
one.
right?
That's a lucky
Wait,
number.
how many does Michael Jordan have?
6.
So is Brady.
Number 1.
You saying Michael Jordan? Are you saying Brady?
No, because Bill Russell got 11.
Who's Bill Russell?
Celtics all-time great, bro.
Damn.
But he's not considered a GOAT. So that
How?
argument rings goes out the window. But I'm not gonna talk about that. That's a whole other topic. Let's talk about what Brady's got going for his future.
Let's talk about that. So Tom Brady, now that he's going to be retired, man, he's going to have to get. I mean, he probably has enough to retire and not have to lay anything down.
I don't think it's going to be a money issue. It's going to be him trying to find something that's going to keep him.
And getting his kids
Yeah.
life.
A new business venture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's more to keep him around football. He signed
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
10-year contract to be a sports analyst.
And it makes sense.
So he has already.
You don't
Has
think
the
he will
move.
coach?
One thing real quick.
No, a lot of players.
A lot of players.
They don't.
No?
They don't become coaches.
Especially not in the NFL. A lot of players, if you notice, they coach college.
No, I don't notice. That's
For
what I-
instance, Deion Sanders,
Yeah.
phenomenal coach.
There he is. That's
Phenomenal
A, that's a
coach.
whole different thing too. But back to Tom Brady. Y'all don't even know he's going through a divorce, do y'all?
Oh, he already went through it. It's already finalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that whole thing is just,
You're out of his business. Go ahead. Tell him what happened. Tell
No,
him going through
no,
the divorce.
no.
You done
What
said it.
happened? I don't
You
know.
done said it.
Please.
no. The only thing I'm saying about the divorce.
I know. I want to know what happened.
His
I'm
wife
just saying-
basically
yeah.
said football or me. He chose football.
Nah,
She
didn't
divorced him.
she have sexual relations
With
with
Antonio
Mr.
Brown?
Antonio Brown? Yeah.
That's all speculation.
She wasn't
that came
basically-
out. That all,
She was
that
in an
came,
entanglement.
that's all. But that's
That
all
could be a
speculation
thing.
that came out after the divorce came about.
So you think it was just more?
It was
for,
literally
give it, like
Not spending time with family.
Yeah, and I
That's
just feel
literally
like.
what it came down to.
And now, the only reason I brought that up was because that's why I feel like he's retiring because he's got to focus on
He wants to
his
get
family. You get what I'm saying? How you gonna keep playing football another year, bro? You done lost your family. You're not gonna focus on that, number one. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what? I mean,
But his family-
they weren't complaining when them checks were coming
yeah,
in.
exactly. That's true.
I was gonna say his family's in the position they're in
Well,
because
the-
of him.
Yeah.
I kind of get like Giselle's side of it because if you flirt with the idea of retiring and then announce that you're retiring, you're getting the hopes up for your family.
Yeah.
Then to say, JK, I'm going back to play.
Valid point. Valid point.
You know, that kind of,
Like word to word. Yeah.
you know what I mean? You've been in the league 20 years,
Right.
20
yeah,
plus
just
years.
give it up, bro.
What else do you have to prove?
For real.
You won 7 Super Bowls. You have nothing else to prove.
Do you think it's more,
He should have retired last year
Yeah.
What do you think?
while
it's
being on top.
I think it's more legacy stuff.
or an identity?
And this year he had a
I-
he had a flop this year.
No,
That
I
was-
think
that
it's
was
Like
it.
what next kind of thing.
I think
like what next or leaving the NFL? Who am I outside of the NFL?
I think that's the reason. I think that's the only thing he knows.
yeah.
Oh, of course,
Playing
that's all
a lot of
he
players
He's done
are
that
like
for
that.
the
A
last
lot
decade.
of, and I get it as an athlete before. You know, me specifically right now, I hate it because I can't play the sports that I wanted to. So I kind of get like not wanting to leave the sport
Yeah,
that you only know.
yeah. But
Yeah.
you kind of see it from an emotional standpoint.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you,
But
you relate to him on an emotional level.
yeah, exactly.
But when it comes to actually, you know, the reasoning for him wanting to stay into the league and now making a decision to retire, and it's probably more family based. It's definitely, you know,
I feel
change of opinion.
it's family based. Now,
Yeah, I mean,
now I feel like it's 100%. I gotta focus on my kids. Not even so much Giselle, my kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? I don't think it has now. I don't think it has anything to do with his ex-wife. I think it's more my kids. I gotta build this relationship with them.
right. But I mean, you know, aside from him trying to make amends in his life with his family, I mean, we have to talk about what we think he's gonna get into now. Like, what kind of what?
Take a second.
Oh shit.
All right, well, you know, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Hope I wish him all success in the future. But that's our podcast. Subscribe, hit that post notification. We'll see you guys next time.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to.